What's up, YouTubers? It's Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Welcome back to the channel. I just want to go ahead and apologize off the top. This video just came out way later than it should have, along with a few other videos. I know Birth of Venom, still not done with that. Kree Scroll War, not done with that yet. And I'm pretty sure there's another one that I'm forgetting. But this one, I'm definitely just jumping on because, you know what, it's just been that much time. And yeah, this video has been late as hell, but with so much going on, so many videos I'm trying to keep up with, and y'all know me, no video editor or anything like that, so I'm just kind of using the force to get this done. But let's get back to Crisis on Infinite Earths by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. Let's just do a quick recap, just so in case some of you don't remember what happened in the last video. What was happening in the story arc is that the Monitor, one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe at the time, has assembled Earth's mightiest heroes from across the multiverse, but things aren't working out, and his right-hand woman, Harbinger, has been compromised and is prepared to kill the Monitor, jeopardizing the salvation of the multiverse. The thing is, Harbinger is cracking, but at the same time trying to fight the urge to kill the Monitor, something little Alexander Luthor, who by now has rapidly grown to the age of at least 10 years old, he is starting to notice. Just in case you guys forgot, remember, he was an infant in the last video. He's been growing ever since, but we'll get back to them in a minute. Before we get into the fate of the Monitor, we see that the heroes of all the Earths of the multiverse are struggling. Batgirl, Supergirl, Constantine, or rather, technically at this point, he was Constantine. Constantine didn't become a thing until the Keanu Reeves adaptation, and people just started calling him Constantine. But anyways, Wonder Woman, the Green Lanterns even, all of them are dealing with the coming doom and preparing for the end in their own ways. Some of them are faring better than others. Pariah, a character we discussed in the first Crisis on Infinite Earths video, is still being forced to watch the end of all things, specifically the destruction of Earth 6 by the antimatter wave. Pariah has no choice but to watch Lord Volt, Lady Quark, and their daughter Liana fall prey to annihilation as Earth 6 is consumed, but not before he makes a last-minute save of Lady Quark, taking her away as he's transported to the next disaster because he feels that if he can at least save one person, then his curse is worth it. The Monitor, in an act of desperation, sees the end coming and decides he needs a new warrior to step up and help him save the multiverse. He sends a ray of ions down to Earth 1 to strike Dr. Kimio Hoshi, and not to kill her, but to transmogrify her into the new and second Dr. Light. And as all the tuning forks of Earth 1 and 2 begin to fall, and the dark shadows begin growing in power, all seems lost. So lost that the Teen Titans and Justice League and Batman and the Outsiders try to destroy the tuning fork before them, not realizing what it truly is, thinking that it's what's creating the shadows, because remember, these are the heroes not working with the Monitor. Dr. Light makes her way to the heroes, who unfortunately don't speak Japanese. She begins defending the fork from them. Fortunately, Katana and Superman are around, and they speak Japanese, and they're able to communicate and realize they're all on the same side. But not before Dr. Light puts them hands on Starfire and one of the members of the Outsiders, I presume. A member I'm not familiar with. Pariah eventually makes his way to the Monitor, and this is when the Monitor kind of drops some exposition on us. He reveals that he's the one who cursed Pariah with watching the many deaths of the multiverse, and we learn that these Earths were actually once a part of a whole, and were split at the dawn of time, that the purpose of the tuning forks is to align the many Earths that make up the multiverse, which are separated by vibration and time. So that's it. The forks are meant to bring them back together. This is something we kind of got information about in Dark Knight's Metal as well, but this is just kind of a reiteration of that. But it's too late for the Monitor, and he tells Pariah to not lift a finger as Harbinger arrives, conflicted, confused, and out of control. and strikes him down, leaving Pariah to watch as Earth 1 and Earth 2 simultaneously fall to the antimatter wave. But was that such a bad thing? Maybe it was what he wanted. Harbinger, we discover, reverted back to her normal human form of Lila and is emotionally broken by her murdering the Monitor, with no one but Pariah to help her make sense of everything. But fortunately, the Monitor knew this was coming, and he prepared a nice little video telling her he was aware of her corruption and that her killing him fulfilled his last request. Her killing him unleashed the energy needed to activate the tuning forks, and instead of Earth 1 and Earth 2 being destroyed as we might have assumed, they were stored away in a sort of pocket universe called the Nether Verse. The worlds aren't saved yet. The expediency needed to pull this move off left room for error, and the enemy is still winning. But now, Alexander Luthor, who seems to be near 18 years old now, has come forward, and he's been prepared by the Monitor for this very moment. He's assembled the heroes and villains of Earth 1 and 2. And not just a handful, I mean, he's got everyone. I'd be here all day naming names. Just know everyone is here. And they have one mission: bring the Earths together as one Earth, instead of a multiverse of billions of Earths. There will from now on be one Earth. The problem is, many doubt the truth in his words. Even with Pariah and Harbinger backing young Alexander Luthor of Earth 3, they just don't buy it, save for a few. All the while, time and space are still turning inside out. Creatures and people of history appearing in time periods they shouldn't. Things are out of whack, and the balance is, well, it's unbalanced. But that's not all that's happened. The mysterious force lingering in the shadows, the same one that brought Psycho Pirate by his side and corrupted Harbinger, has abducted Red Tornado and Barry Allen, the Flash. And this enemy has given Psycho Pirate, the nut job that he is, the power to overlord the last 3 remaining Earths. And his master plan, or at least part of it, is to transform Red Tornado from an android with the soul and heart of a man into an actual Red Tornado that begins wreaking havoc across the Earth, causing the heroes to have to fight it off and save the people caught in the crossfire, leaving Ted Grant, the Wildcat, to be paralyzed in the incident due to his legs being shattered. But honestly, I mean, I'm not that big of a Wildcat guy, so I didn't even realize it was him till he got. And now, with the heroes of Earth 1 and 2 having witnessed the true power of the enemy for themselves, they now seem more willing to go with Alexander Luthor's plan. And while he's briefing Steel, Hank Haywood, not the John Henry Irons version, that character's way later down the road, Dr. Light, Starfire, Hawkman, and Northwind on a clandestine mission to save Earth X, which is the crux point of the universes. But before he sends them away to save it, the Monitor satellite is destroyed. This is when we learn who the enemy is, when Barry Allen confronts him, demanding he reveal his true face. And we discover that the one behind all this destruction of the multiverse is the Monitor. Technically, he is a Monitor, but he really isn't a Monitor in the same way as the Monitor we just lost. He's the anti-Monitor. And now he's not only destroyed the Monitor, but he's annihilated his satellite. And with his power increase, thanks to the death of the Monitor, he uses it to level up Psycho Pirate's powers and sends him to destroy the heroes on the last 3 remaining Earths. And with this newfound power, Psycho Pirate realizes he got more than he bargained for. The heroes have their own troubles though, because now with the satellite destroyed, they are caught in its destruction and must get clear to save the multiverse. Alexander Luthor decides he's going to sacrifice himself to save the remaining crew, but Harbinger, who feels she has much to redeem herself for, doesn't let him, and uses her power to not only incapacitate him, but get everyone to the not safety of Earth X. There's only one problem with that plan, is that the Freedom Fighters, a team that looks exactly as ridiculous as their name implies, doesn't see the heroes as friends. They see them as foes, thanks to the Psycho Pirate's manipulations. And in all the madness, we get to see Blue Beetle is still out there, with the question, after getting unceremoniously booted from the Monitor's team, Aquaman and Lex Luthor and various others are dealing with all sorts of wacky shenanigans of their own. We see Wonder Woman taking it to Mary Marvel, Supergirl throwing them hands with Shazam, and Steel versus Uncle Sam? Yep, that happened. But what was Harbinger up to when she stopped Alexander Luthor from giving up his life for the sake of the multiverse? You see, she was sacrificing herself instead, focusing the vibrations of Earth 4, Earth X, and Earth S into herself and combining them with Earth 1 and 2 in the Nether Verse. But Harbinger didn't die in the process. She really just sacrificed her powers, though she did wish that she had died, because she still feels guilty about killing the Monitor, the man who basically took care of her and protected her and gave her power and pretty much raised her. But the Earths aren't safe yet, because when they come together, and if the heroes don't act soon, the 5 Earths will destroy each other. And if that happens, the AntiMonitor wins regardless. So that was issues number 4, 5, and 6 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. And like I said, we still got 2 more videos to get through this, and I promise I will not make y'all wait that much longer to get to the end of this. I'm going to try and wrap up all these videos I started. I bit off way more than I could chew when I started doing all these different stories, because I get bored with things. I get story ADD. And, you know, I'll start working on one story. It's like, ooh, there's a story over there. Or, hey, there's a story over here. So if there's story arcs that you guys have requested that I haven't gotten to yet, that is probably why. But I am making a point to be better. And I'm going to do better by this. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on this. And with Dark Knight's Metal wrapping up, and I know there's new stuff coming up, and I've been slacking on some of the Marvel stuff too, but I mean, there's a lot going on, but just bear with me. I'm trying. But anyways, let me know what you all thought about Crisis on Infinite Earths. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, and tap that bell so you know when I post up. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. Plus Ultra.